think I'm here. Hello. Good evening. Happy Sunday, friends and family. Hi. Welcome to Unique in the Creek page. Welcome. I am Marianne from Made by Marianne, and tonight I am doing my first installment with Team Unique. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of Team Unique. I'm so super excited. I'm a few minutes late, but that's because I forgot to put in my description, and y'all wouldn't know what in the world to do. So I had to go back and edit that, put in the description. So everything we're using tonight for our project is going to be in the description. I'm going to show you what we're using, but if you want to purchase it using my affiliate link, hint, then you can look in the description on the video. So hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Good evening. Again, I'm Marianne. I'm the newest addition to Team Unique. And again, thank you for allowing me to join. I hope you're going to enjoy what we do tonight. Tonight, we're going to do something way out of the norm. And I'm really kind of surprised that nobody has thought of this yet. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Yay. Hello from Mississippi. Hi, friends and family. Yes. Thank you. And we're in my kitchen. As you know, this is where I prefer to, I do have a craft room. I do have a craft alcove as well, but I prefer to do my crafts in the kitchen because I have more space. It doesn't look like a gigantic mess behind me. And hey, you know, when you're going to spend money to renovate a kitchen, why not, you know, show it off to the world, right? Hey. Anyway, welcome everybody. I can see comments. Welcome YouTube. Thank you everyone. Hi everybody. Let's get started because I think this might take us a minute. But tonight, guess what we're going to do? Do y'all remember maybe you have seen me, maybe you haven't, maybe you see my page, Made by Marianne. If you haven't, for Easter, I had this whole idea of a chicken and an egg, right? So I had this little chick and it came out of an egg on the oval board, all right? So Monkey's Creations, Michelle from Monkey's Creations, she does these amazing dragons, right? And I'm throwing stuff on the floor. So she does these dragons and they come from these children costume set, right? So I have the dragons here, okay? This dragon costume set. They came from Amazon. And again, the description, I'll put the link to these. Actually, I did not do that in the description, but I will. From Amazon, if you just type in dragon costume, they're going to pop up. Okay, so you're going to find them. But here's the dragon costume. Michelle from Monkey's Creations, she did this dragon, and people just went absolutely bonkers insane for it, right? So I did the chick with the egg for Easter. Everybody seemed to like it. And then I thought to myself, why not make a dragon in an egg? So that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to put this baby in an egg. We're going to make this a baby dragon in an egg. Yay! All right. So that's what we're doing this evening. And like I said, it might take us a minute. So let me pull you down and get started. And as we go through, I'll tell you what you need and explain the things in the description. Okay. So welcome everybody. Thank you for sprinkling me. I'm sorry. I am doing well, Miss Tina. So if you are having problems, sometimes if you go out of the live and then come back in, it works. Why? I don't know, but it does. So if you go out and come back in, you might do better. All right, so let me pull this camera down. Let me see if I have this ready for reference and we're not like weird here. And then we will do this. I hope it looks as cute as what I've got in my brain. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it'll go straight, as Michelle says, to the caca closet. So let's see what happens, okay? I'm going to pull you down. Let's get started. I've said that 20 times. Might as well do it. Extreme close-up. Gratuitous close-up of Marianne. All right. I think that's actually good. I think I actually got it on the first time, guys. What do you know? Holy smokes. I'm getting good at this camera stuff. Now, have I moved it all out of the center? Maybe, maybe not. What do you think about that? Is it crooked? Am I crooked? I think maybe I'm crooked. Okay. How we think about that? Of course, this is upside down. So if I do it like that, maybe you can see better. I think that looks great. How does everybody feel? How's everybody feel? Oh, wow, a dragon. Yes, a dragon and an egg is what we're going to do. Hi, Houston, Texas. Welcome. Welcome, Houston, Texas. Thank you, Miss Judy. Thank you, Miss Judy. All right, so this is going to be our view for the evening. Again, I do not have a prototype, okay? I have not practiced this. I have just gone through and laid it out in my head, all right? So if I say, no, we didn't do that, we're going to go back, then that's because this is recording. You can rewind on the replay. All right, that's because, again, I don't have a prototype. So here's our green dragon. I didn't put the eyes in the description either. I forgot about it. But all you do for the eyes is you take a piece of black felt, all right? As you can see here, I have taken a piece of black felt, and these are eyes that you get from Amazon as well. They're marbles, kind of, or, animal eyes, and you just pick out which color, and then you glue them onto the felt and stick them in the eyes, stick them in the mask, okay? Because this is a mask, so the kid's eyes should go in here, right? If I were to take these up, you would have holes here, okay? So that's what this is. Here's our dragon face. I've already done that. Super boring, so I know you don't want to watch that. There we go. This dragon wing comes as a set like this, and it has a back piece on it. So you want to go ahead and take the back piece off. That's what these little black pieces are here. So just take that off, all right? Okay, and then your tail, of course. You're not going to do anything to the tail just yet. I ripped the butt of it, but you won't do anything to it just yet. Just hold on to it for a little bit, okay? As I find the middle of the camera. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we are going to figure out where we want to put our wings, all right? So we know that our wings are going to go, and as you can see, I've already kind of tried and looked here. Am I still a little, let's do this, guys. Just a little bit, because I feel like you're off center, and I can't figure out, maybe that'll be better. There we go. Okay. There we are. All right, so let's find out where we want our holes to go, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it down and just kind of audition things, okay? For your dragon, it has two little holes here. See this little, where the mask piece meets the back? Hi, friends. Hello, everybody. So what you want to do is you want to use this as your measuring point, okay? Because we are keeping the elastic piece that a kid would put over their head, all right? We're keeping that. So look. For the chick, I had a big circle. We don't need that here. It'll fit perfectly over this portion of our oval board, all right? And it'll be beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're just going to match. We're going to make sure that these match these holes here. So from the hanging hole, from the middle, these two here. And as you've noticed, I've got them marked in brown, all right? So let's turn it over on the back and mark them in brown there as well. That way we know which holes we're aiming for when we get all this mesh and all the other good stuff in it. So I'm just going to mark it. Okay. So we know that our mask needs to go there, and we'll put our zip ties in. We'll do that last, okay? But we're marking right now so that we know when we get everything on here, we don't have to hunt and move everything around. And actually, it should go this way because this is our top. So we're going to mark here on this side. So here. Sorry about that, friends, and here, okay? Because here's our hanging hole, and you can tell the hanging hole by these things, all right? So here and here, and on the front, we can mark them as there as well, here and here. Now, if we match our little pieces here to our holes, and that's going to match perfectly, all right? Look at where your wings are. Do you want your wings to be this high? Bring them down in the camera angle. Here. Maybe I could even turn it around. Let's turn it around so you can see better. Do you want your wings to be like this? If you do, that's perfectly fine. Do you want them to be right there? Because if you do, then you're going to take your mask off. You know your mask is going to go here and here. All right. So do you think the wings look good there? I do. I like them there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's straight. We're going to take our mask off. all right? And we are going to mark, let's see, mark our wings and make sure that they are lined up across, that they're straight. And it'll touch these two here, okay? And these two here, all right? So when we put our mask back on, this is what it'll look like, right? I think that's really good because our egg will be down here. And we want our scales and things to be up here. All right, so let's mark that. I'm just gonna mark it really good with my permanent marker here. I'm just gonna make sure that it makes a mark. Terry. Yes, I'm finally doing this. Okay, so these are the holes we're using. And I moved it. There. Stop. Stay still. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure it doesn't stick out here. There we go. Okay. Are they still even? Even Steven. Marking it here. Marking the dragon here. Marking our hole. Okay. Da-da-da. And here's what we have, friends and family. And it's a little crooked still. I don't know why, but it is. But here it is. All laid out and pretty. Here's what you have when you've got everything marked, okay? Now I'm going to turn it over on the back and do the exact same thing I just did. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark these puppies, okay? Because I know that's my head. And then right here is my other dragon wing. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a W there. Upside down W, so don't judge. No judging. Okay? Ta-da. So here's my head. Okay, my head holes. And then here are my wing holes. Wing, wing. Okay. All right, now we can turn it back over, and I'm going to work upside down for a minute so that you guys can actually see. And as you can see, I put the little marks here on my dragon wing as well, so I know where to make the hole to put my Mac Daddy zip ties. Okay, see how they're both on there, the brown? There you are. Okay, so don't forget to do that part. All right, let's put these puppies over here, and we'll hang out for a minute. All right, next thing you want to do. The next thing we want to do is we want to get our cross stitch backing, because that's the way we're going to get or plastic canvas, whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't know what else to call it except cross stitch backing. So that's what Marianne calls it. That's what Marianne calls it. So what we're going to do now is, I feel like you're still a little crooked. Do y'all feel like you're crooked? Karen Marie, are you crooked? Are we crooked? Anyway. What we're going to do now is we are going to cover the middle. Now, if there was a way that I could get away with not covering the middle, I promise you guys, I would do it. I promise you, I would do it. But unfortunately, this does not fit. This project doesn't fit on the large flower board or the small round or anything like that. So I'm so sorry. We're going to have to use this plastic canvas backing. So grab your Mac Daddy scissors. Okay. Note, these are awesome. These little scissors are at Unique in the Creek. They're just a little red pair of scissors. And I'm telling you what, they are supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And if I could spell that, I would. That would actually be if I was Unique in the Creek, that would be my, code for buying these things. They're fantastic. Okay, good. All right, maybe I will. Oh, I see exactly what's wrong. My camera's crooked. Okay, but anyway, so these scissors are amazing. You can get them at uniqueinthecreek.com. So check them out. They will cut through anything. All right. Now what I'm going to do, now that I have said that, I am going to lay my canvas down, and you'll need a whole sheet for this, okay? So make sure you get one whole big sheet. This is an 8x11 piece of plastic canvas. And I'm making sure that I have some little squares up here where it stops, okay? And I want to have some little squares down here in this hole too. So I make sure that it covers the entire oval, right? You don't have to have all four in the hole, but just make sure. And then I'm just going to kind of mark it like this, because we don't need all of this. I'm just going hole to hole, right? Just going hole to hole, friends and family. Hole to hole. Hole to hole. what was that 80 song? Heart to heart, something like that. Anyway, there we go. Okay, there's our oval. Let's cut this out a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just go along the line. You know, I mean, don't even follow your line if you don't want to. Look, I'm not even, just rocking it out. Okay, so here's our plastic cross stitch. Covers the entire middle. Let's cut this little thingy off. I don't know what it is. All right. You can put this over here. Don't throw it away. You never know when you might need two little pieces that look like that in your life. So don't throw it away. Lay it back down. Grab some zip ties and let's attach it to the board. Okay. If I can find it. There we go. You think I have them ready? You know, might be one of the things that you'd have ready if you were doing the needed zip ties, right? Now, these are my little baby ones. They're my little thin baby ones. And I like to use these with cross stick batching because they go right in the hole. Now, I'm just going to find a square. And then I'm going to find another square on the outside of my board here. And I'm going to stick a zip tie in it. All right? I'm not going to no rhyme, no reason, just to get this cross stitch backing on here. It doesn't have to be you know, you don't go 5 squares to the left and 2 squares to the right. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to stick it in there any way I can because I'm going to use that hole again in a little bit. All right. So I don't want to put a bulky zip tie there. Now I'm going to go up here and kind of do this one up here. Down here, I mean. I'm just going to pick a square and then pick another square. Just any old square that it'll go through. See, that one's good. It decided it wanted to cooperate here. I'm just going to close it up, stick it in there, and voila. Okay, let's do one over here. Let's do one in the middle. That will make me feel better. So I'm going to stick one here. And then I'm going to just figure out whichever one it decides it wants to go into. Doesn't even have to be in the same row. See? And then I'm just going to close the zip tie. And then let's do another one in the middle over here on this side. And we'll be done with putting our cross stitch backing on. All right. One more. Yep. Okay. How's everybody's Sunday been? Doing good? Hello from New York. Thank you. I appreciate you. Floating me, sprinkling me, sending me down there to falls, whatever y'all call it. Thank you. Appreciate it. I love it. Hello from Georgia. Hello from here in Tennessee. All right, there we go. Now our oval is good to go. Okay, rocking it out. We are ready. All right, we're going to put this to the side. We're ready to play with it. But first, we're going to make our little dragon feet. Now, I was going to do something Mac Daddy fancy for our little dragon feet, but I got frustrated and threw an adult temper tantrum and decided not to. So we are going to just do very plain, pointy dragon feet. And I think they match our little stuff pretty well. And you won't be able to it won't look as kindergarten when you get it on our, it won't look as kindergarten. And again, I might go back and do some fancy feet here in the future. You never know. And I can't put this template in the description because it won't let me. So I will put it in the comments after the live, okay? So that you all have the template, just like I did the chick feet. But all it is like some triangles on another triangle. All it is, okay? So I'm going to show you how we have done this. Okay, so grab your glue gun, because that's what you're going to need now. And you are also going to need a piece of foam board. And when I say foam board, this is what I mean. You can get it at the Dollar Tree for $1. And honestly, that's what I would do, because it's pretty expensive any other store you get it. And there's really no use to buy it anywhere but from the Dollar Tree. But this is just foam board, plain old foam board, Dollar Tree. And this is the more expensive. It's harder to cut, and you don't get a piece as big as you would at the Dollar Tree. So grab it at the Dollar Tree. Little thing from me to you. And as you can see, I've cut my template out here, all right, of our little dragon foot, okay? And what I'm going to do the very first thing before I do anything else is I'm going to stick my chenille stem straight through this puppy where I think I want to attach it to the board, all right? So I'm going to try and match it to this one, and I didn't cover the back so that I could show you. Normally I would cover this back because I'm OCD and that looks so messy. So we did it kind of right here. See, these feet will sit right like this. Okay, so let's see. Let's put it here. And every single time I'm like, oh, these go through so simply, and all you have to do is just push them. Now that one did. Every single time I say that, it gives me a problem, and it does not. But anyway, you can see they do sometimes go through fairly easily. Trying to find my pliers so I can pull the rest of it through here. And I'm just throwing stuff in the floor, ladies and gentlemen. So if you hear big thuds, that's me. If you hear a little yelp, that's my dog trying to get out of the way of falling items. So, and then you just go right to the next side of it just a little bit and press this side through. It's not going to let me press this side through. So you take your supercalifragilistic scissors, poke your little hole, and send your chenille stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it, right straight down through there. This is another reason why I prefer dollar store, because it works better. Okay, now you have a way to attach it to your board. Just make sure it's even. It is, but kind of not. So we're going to fix that. There we go. Now it's even. All right, move them out of your way. And as you can see, I've labeled it. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take some batting, some quilting batting. Or you can also do polyfill if you prefer. Polyfill is fine, works exactly the same way. So we're going to take some polyfill. And all we're going to do is just make the back stiff. That's it. Or like not stiff. We're going to make it kind of padded, I guess is a better word for it. So here's batting. If you happen to have batting laying around, this is great. If you don't, then, polyfill works just fine. So grab your batting here. Grab your foot and just do a little bit of outline. Put you some glue on it. Okay. Just put you some glue. And then try not to be wasteful. And just stick it down on the batting. All right. Here we go. I'm way out of camera view again. Okay, there's that one. Then I'm going to cut around the foot. You can find quilters batting pretty much everywhere. Anywhere, everywhere. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at your favorite craft store, wherever you'd like. I don't think Lori sells it yet at Unique in the Creek, but she will one day, I'm sure. Hint, hint, Lori. Help me out. All right, see, we have a foot there. We're going to do it one more time. So all you got to do is spray some more glue on here. Okay. Just no rhyme or reason, just as long as it gets on there. Okay. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, just as long as it sticks. And then I like to, make sure that it's not wasting a ton. So I try to put it in the most strategic place. All right, there you are. There's our foot covered up. Now I'm just going to trim around the edges again. And again, I might go back and make this foot a lot prettier. I might completely change it. You never know. I wanted it to have like curves in the toe, like a real dragon foot with toenails and everything. And then, yeah, I was like, how am I going to do that? And I couldn't wrap my head around it. Like my brain was not working that way today. So I was like, well, you know, I can always, it's a Chenille stem. That's how we're going to put it on the board. If I change my mind, I can cut some more foam board and we can take that Chenille stem out and replace them. So if you guys have some prettier feet, you know, let me know. If you guys come up with some really pretty feet, that's awesome. Rock it out. Holler at me. Say, hey, Marianne, check out the feet I made. All right, now we have rudimentary feet here. So next thing you're going to do is you're going to need some green felt or green fleece. Lime green is what color I have. And it's not quite lime green. It's more of a fresh green or maybe a green green. But as you can see, I've just cut some pieces out. And all we're going to do now is we are just going to, I'm going to go ahead and just cut this. As you can tell, I don't waste anything. If I have scrap pieces, that's what I use. So I think this is actually fleece instead of felt. But anyway, as you can see, don't throw things away. You never know when you're going to need them. Like this piece, that might be something later. So don't throw things away. As a crafter, we are kind of natural hoarders. You know, we naturally hoard things because nothing makes me more aggravated than to throw something away and then the very next day or the very next week, you're like, what'd I do with that, you know, green piece of felt? And you're like, oh, I threw that away. You know, nothing makes you crazier than that. Can I get an amen? Right? Anyway. I should have messaged you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Carrie. I should have. I went to, I got back from Knoxville this morning too. And so my brain's not really in a, I have lots of ideas. I had all these other ideas previously. So that's probably why I'm struggling. You know, today's not a new day idea. I had been thinking about this particular project for a while. So that may be why the feet didn't work. But again, like I said, we can take them out. We can do something different with them if we don't like them. If y'all have better feet, holler at me and be like, look, Marianne, my feet. No. Stick your tongue out, you know? All right, so here's what we're going to do now. We're just going to, let me make sure that I have it on the right side because that one did have different sides. I do. Okay, so now we're just going to glue the sides here and we're going to start covering this puppy up, okay? So start from the bottom and just kind of pull and press, okay, as I'm doing here. And you'll have to cut some of your excess off as you go, but pull and press your fleece into the glue, okay? I'm going to start working from this side as well. So here we go. Try to make your fleece tight or your felt tight. You can do this with felt as well. Felt actually probably will work a little better. And I'm just going to pull, and push is all I'm doing here. Pulling and pushing down on the glue so that it sticks to the glue and that my front doesn't have wrinkles. All right, so that's what I'm doing. Just pulling my felt and pressing my glue down. All right, so that it looks like this. See how it looks firm? You'll see better here in just a second. So back to this side, I'm just going to glue where I left off. All the way up to the point. Notice I haven't glued the point there. Now I'm just going to pull a little bit and press down. Okay. So pull up a little bit, press down. You're going to have to use a little bit of force. It's okay. The felt will be fine. Promise you. Felt, fleece, whatever you're using, it will be fine. Let's cut some of this off before we go any further. And then you just cut off what you don't need here. So how has everybody's weekend been? Have y'all had a good weekend? All right, we know we don't need this much. Let's cut some of this off too. Okay. All right. Move our things out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is, do you see where the angle is here, we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut just a little bit. We're not going to cut all the way down to the angle, but we're going to cut maybe like that much to the angle. Okay, let me see if I can pull you in a little bit while I do this part. Where's my remote? Where is there it is. Found it. Found it. Okay. It's this one. All right, here we go. I'm going to bring it in just a little bit so you can see what I'm actually doing here. Okay. See, I just cut a little slit right here, right in the center. Okay. I just cut it maybe that much. And what that does is it gives the felt, I probably need to cut it just a little bit more, just a hair. So now I'll cut it like that. And what that does is it gives the felt a chance to move so that you don't have a nasty wrinkle right here. Okay. See how I can pull it down and it doesn't have a wrinkle here? And these will go away once we do the rest of the feet. But that's why you cut here. Okay. So now let's go here and let's pull up a little bit. And I'm going to pinch the end of our point here. Okay. So I put some glue there. I'll be careful not to burn myself. And I'm going to pinch the end here and just kind of pinch it together. I'm going to pull like that, like a so. Y'all probably can't tell for all this mess right here. Maybe I can cut it without cutting my hand off. There we go. See, I've just kind of pinched it a little bit. Ta-da. And now we can put a little bit of glue right here as well. Make sure it doesn't into the thing there. So we know it doesn't come apart. And also, I normally cover this so you wouldn't see it. And it would also keep it from looking so nasty. So there we go. And then on your front here, when we pull this part, it's not going to have that wrinkle. And if it does, we will just, there we go. Got it. There we are. Ta-da! See what I mean? So now we're going to turn it over. And we're going to grab our glue and start on this side. Same thing. We're just going to pull and push our glue down. Oh no. Who's having back pain? I'm so sorry. There's nothing worse than that. Nothing worse. Because it just kind of ruins your whole, I mean, it ruins almost everything. You can't do anything. Can't walk, can't sit, can't lay. Can't do anything. All right, so now, again, I've cut my little slit here. I'm going to cut it just a little bit closer. Not too close, or then you'll have stuff sticking. And I'm going to pinch my top here. Pinch my toe. Pinch the top of my toe. I need another glue stick, but this will work for right now. Pull my stuff. Can I grab it from here? I can. Yay. All right. Cut this off. There we go. How do our toes look? Our toes look good. Okay. And I'd burn it if that didn't get a wrinkle in it anyway. Oh well. All right. Moving along. I'm trying to hurry, guys. Sorry. Because I know we've got a lot to do. And I don't want y'all to be here forever. All right. Now for this part, same thing. We're just going to pull and pinch. And you might end up with some that isn't covered, which is fine. Like this part might not even have fleece on it, which is perfectly fine. Nothing says that it has to. Get some glue down in there. Nothing says that it has to. Just as long as it looks good in the front, you are fine. That's what we're going for. Prettiness in the front. Who cares what happens in the rear, right? Oh no. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, now let's cut this off. Ta-da! That is dry, so we don't have to worry about it. Now let's look at our front. Cut this piece off. And again, you know, what you should really do is take your extra piece of green and cover the back here so that it doesn't look so gross, you know. But to save time, we're not doing that tonight. I'm sure you guys know how to cover it. All right, so here's our little footsie. Here's our other little footsie. Oh no, what have I gotten all over our little footsie? Oh, glue. And we're gonna put, this is just a triangle. These are the foot pads, a triangle, and I've kind of angled the shape. So we're gonna put these here. And I'm just gluing them on as I move out of the frame here. Just gluing them on there for the foot pads. Again, it's a triangle, and I've just angled the edges so it doesn't look like a triangle. It looks like a foot pad, right? And I'm just gluing them straight on there. It's just a piece of felt glued straight onto our foot. And that's what we're going to do for the foot this evening. Nothing special, nothing fancy. There's our feet. They'll go on the board just like this. And they'll be our dragon feet. Ta-da! And matter of fact, we might actually put another one on top of this so that you can't see the glue underneath, because that will drive me bonkers. So, but preliminary, there's our feet. There's our feet for right now. Now, when I take a picture, they might look different, but for right now, that's what our feet look like, okay? If that's how you do it. That's how you make them. I'm going to pull you back out, and we will get started on our actual body. So there you go. So again, it's foam board, and then you cut your, I put 2 pieces of batting, quilting batting, B-A-T-T-I-N-G, on our foot. And then I have just covered it with, I think this is fleece, not felt, but felt will work just exactly the same. All right. Then I put my chenille stem in first. Don't forget to do that. And then I will cover the back and then put our triangle with the edges rounded off in the middle for our pad. And that's our dragon feet, friends. All right. There we go. All right. Let's put these to the side and grab our overboard again. Here's our overboard. Okay, so we know where our wings are gonna go. We know where our head's gonna go. We're all good with that. Let me move my glue gun. Right? We've already marked all that, so we're cool there. What we're gonna do now is we are going to start adding our petals. Okay. Now here is our hanging hole. So this is going to be, you know, you're going to see it the right way. I'm working backwards. All right. So don't let me forget that. Okay. Matter of fact, let's put a hanging hole in first and foremost. That way, Marianne doesn't forget. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take this piece of jute. I'm going to stick it in here. Okay, there we go. Tie a knot in it and done. I'm going to leave a little room. I don't want it to hit the mask. I want it to be strong enough to carry the wings. If I could tie a knot. Okay, here we go. There we are. Let's pull this out. Let's cut off our, boy, that was a lot of wasted jute, Marianne. Anyway, all right, there's our hanging hole. Now, so we know that our mask is going here, right? We know that our mask is going here because these are 2 guides right here in the ears of the mask are going in these 2 corresponding holes. That's also where our wings are going to start, and our wings are going to end up right here, right? Okay. So we don't have to start there. We're going to take this petal. I don't know what this petal is called, but we're going to use this petal, and we're going to start here. So there's one. And then we're going to take the same petal in our emerald green deluxe foil. I'm going to show you how to do these here in just a second. We're going to put it here. Okay. And then we're going to do our scales as our, not upside down, I guess you would say, but not backwards, but this is a Star Trek petal just flipped over. So this is what we're going to do. And we're going to start not from the hanging hole, but from the second hole. Okay. So that way, by the time this is done, all of it will lay on top of our mask, right? Our mask should lay right like this. We should have another one right there, like that. Okay. See what I'm doing? Make sense? We'll have a dragon going down this way. So you only need 5. You need 5 of these, and then I don't know how many of these yet. I made 12. We'll see. All right. So let's get started because our egg is going to be down here, right? Here we go. For our petal, this, again, I don't know what it's called, but this is the lime green Polyburlap. I put, Laurie has plenty of it. I just looked. The SKU is in the description of this video. So if you need it, just copy the SKU, go to uniqueinthecreek.com, type that SKU in, and boom, it'll come right up because I copied it right from the website. Okay, uniqueinthecreek.com. It's fresh green. I called it lime green, but I think it's fresh green or lime green, whatever you prefer. Polyburlap, okay? And to make this petal, you're going to need a 10 by 10 piece, all right? 10 inch by 10 inch square. Now, as you can see, I did not wood burn it. There's absolutely no reason to wood burn it. You're not going to see the edges. See, there are no frayed edges sticking out on this petal, none at all. All you're going to do is you're going to turn it into a diamond shape, okay, with your serged edges on your left and your right in the diamond shape, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. Turn it into the diamond shape, and then you're going to make a triangle. It doesn't have to be a fantastic triangle at all. Doesn't even have to match. Like, look how bad this triangle is. Like, Marianne, you can't cut Polyburlap worth crap today, okay, right? Okay, so now you have a triangle, and I like to, it's kind of like how I make my Star Trek petal. I like to kind of pull it like this and then flip it over again from where I pulled, okay? So now we have a second triangle, right? Okay. Ta-da. And now again, we're going to make another triangle with it, and it makes this little shape. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end, and I'm just kind of pull on it a little bit. Pull on it and scrunch the end down here. See, I have this shape like a, so I've got it scrunched right here at the tail, and I'm just kind of like pulling, manipulating, pulling it out a little bit, right? So this side looks the same. I've just scrunched it a little bit, pulling it out. You can cut your frays off here if you want. That's not going to matter. It's not going to hurt a thing to cut this off so that it looks all pretty. Ta-da! You can cut that off too if you want to. Not going to hurt a single thing. There it is. There's our petal. All right. Now, I recommend that you put a clip in it, or you can put a rubber band, whatever you want, because we're going to make these all at once. Okay. And I have them pre-made. There's our green one. And I can't find a clip, so I'm going to use my rubber bands here. Don't use your teeth like I just did. Do not do that. Okay, so there's one of our little scales, our dragon scales. And see, it looks, you can keep on manipulating as you got it in your, so ta-da! That's the petal we're going to do for both our our lime green polyburlap and our deluxe foil polyburlap. Now, I was really happy that this polyburlap turned out this way. So let's do another one, and let's do it with our deluxe full deco mesh. So here's our deluxe full deco mesh, right? And the reason it's called deluxe foil is look at how pretty that is. It is nothing but foil and just a little bit of plastic, right? That is so pretty, right? Not the teeth. Not the teeth, Marianne, not the teeth. Yeah, well, I mean, I can't help it. It's habit. That's what I should do. And you'll get popped in the mouth. So do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, don't do it with your teeth, friends. Don't do it with your teeth. Anyway, so here's our deluxe foil deco mesh. It is beautiful. I love this stuff. It makes a gorgeous petal in everything. And it's quite workable. It's not going to make a Dean Michael petal, but you know, you can work with it with other things. So anyway, here we go. Curl side up, 10 inches, serged edges, left, right. Y'all know this. Make a triangle, okay? Make a triangle. Now this triangle is not going to be perfect, so go with it. Just let this deco mesh make the triangle it wants to. It looks more like a boat, right? See how it looks like a boat? Who cares? Let it be. It's all right. Leave this good, beautiful polyburlap or this good, beautiful deluxe full alone. It's going to be fine. Promise. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of like pull it a little bit, okay, from top to bottom. And then I'm going to just flip it over to make my other triangle, okay. At this point, though, I'm going to make sure that it behaves, all right. I'm going to start like pulling it up here, making a point, and I'm just kind of like pinching it really hard. It's like squishing it together, okay? That's what I'm doing. Now it's going to start behaving me, all right? See how it behaves a little bit better? Still a little wonky, but it's behaving a little bit better. And that's because of the foil here. All right, now that I have the Star Trek shape, I'm just going to fold it again one more time. Exactly the same way, okay? Now here's where you really got to make it do what you want. Make it work. So take your finger here, just put it in there like that, and just squeeze it. Just manipulate it. Just make it do it. You're going to do it whether you like it or not, deluxe foil. And it really, you know, it does it. It says, okay, Marianne, we will, promise. Just don't squeeze us like that anymore, you know? Or maybe that's just my psychotic brain. I don't know if it really says that or not, but I hear it. I can hear you. I can hear you, Emerald Green Deluxe Full Deco Mesh. You know, just saying. Probably ought to take an extra pill tomorrow since I'm hearing Deco Mesh talk to me. Anyway, so there you go. There's that one. You just got to work with it a little bit more, and then here's the other side, and you just got to make it do what you want it to do. But it will, I promise. Look at all the petals I made earlier. Once you get it in the board, it will lay exactly the way you want it to lay. Kind of looks like a Chinese shoe, doesn't it? That's kind of cool. I just noticed that. Or a dragon mouth, or a fish. Anyway, that's how you do that. Okay, let's put a rubber band in it, and then we'll get started. Whatever I'm taking, no, you don't, honey. You don't. Doc said it would make me better. It hadn't. All right. Come on now. Y'all know Deco Mesh talks to you too. All right, there we go. There's our stuff. Let's put it in this puppy because we got to get to rocking and rolling. All right, now, here we go again. We're going to start here. So let's put our zip ties in. And you can use your little zip ties if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that. But actually, I'm going to get my normal zip ties. All right, here we go. We're going to do these first, and we're just going to go down. See, here's our hanging hole again. Okay, here's our hanging hole. We're going to start right here with the first set. Okay, first set. You can close it. And I'm just going to stick it in, kind of angle it out a little bit, okay? Stick it where my rubber band is, kind of almost where it starts the bend. See how where it starts the bend there? That's where I want it. And I kind of want it to angle out. All right. And crap, we're going to have to start at the bottom, Marianne. Goodness gracious, because we want them to lay. We want them to lay like this. So we have to start at the bottom. So don't do what I did. Do as I say. Okay. So we're going to go up. We're going to go down 5. Let me take this out. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to start here. Sorry, friends. I told you I didn't have a prototype. All right. So here is where we're starting. 5 down. Let's go ahead and put our zip ties in so Marianne doesn't forget again. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put my zip ties in. And you don't have to use the outside of the board. You can use the normal sets going down here. All right. And I just pulled out a trillion of these zip ties and I was like, wait, let's pull out some more. All right, let's do these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Oh, one way. Okay, there we are. Now, start from the bottom. And again, same principle. Kind of put it to where your rubber band is. If you pre-make these, you don't have to pre-make them. But if you do, you know, start at the curve, put them in where the curve is, okay? And you want your curve going out, all right? Because this is your top, all right? And these are your fins going out. Boy, I hope this doesn't look ridiculous. I hope it looks cute. I really don't like my feet, but that's okay. We can change the feet as we go. This is, again, you know, the prototype. All right, next thing, we're going to kind of lay it in this one, okay? So make sure where the curve meets, you kind of angle it. There you go. Next one. Just keep on going. Kind of tuck it in this one. All right. Okay. I don't like the way that one looks. Let's use this one. I can be picky. Okay, tuck that one in a little bit to this one. And if you don't like the way that they are tucked in, you know, as you go in just a minute, you can fix it. There's that one. I didn't like that one. I don't like that one. This one looks better. Okay. And then now for our last one on this side. There we go. Because remember, there's our brown spot where our face mask is going to go. Ta-da-da. Okay, now let's do the same thing down this side, starting at the bottom. Again, start at the bottom, okay? And make sure that your petal goes out, okay? Not in, like that. You could if you wanted to, but you want your petal to go out. If you want to do them in like that, make sure you do the other side like that, or it's gonna look wonky. Okay, so make sure that they're all going the same direction. See how the curve goes this way when I put it in the board, and they match? That's what you want to do. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, just a little note from me to you. Let's do this one. And we're going to tuck this one in a little bit at the bottom. It should go pretty fast now that we've got all the preliminary work out of the way. The good thing about pre-making them is you can dig through them and look for the good ones. Laurie and Michelle should have a physical therapy. Well, yeah. All right. There we go. Stick our next one in. Tuck it in there a little bit. Make sure it's where the curve meets. Okay. Voila, ladies and gentlemen. Last one. All right. And it matches this one, kind of. Looking at, see how the sides match and they're even. Ta-da. There's the outside of our dragon. And if they don't, you can manipulate it to fix them however you want. You can pull them out, you can pull them down, you can make them smaller, whatever you want to do. But there are our fins on the outside. Next thing we're going to do is we want our next petal to lay like this, okay? But we also want to have our pretty little, we're going to have two in one of the holes. So let's start by doing our Star Trek petals, okay? You don't need all this, so let me show you how I make these. Now, these are a different way. I don't guess, maybe we'll call them fish because they kind of look like fish, because I don't really make these like I make my Star Trek petal. But really, they're the same thing. It's a Star Trek petal just turned upside down is all it is. But I kind of make mine differently. See, if I were to, this is not a typical Star Trek petal for me. It's got too big of a poop in the middle. So I'm going to show you how I make this one specifically if I'm going to use it backwards. So this is what we're going to do next. All right, we're going to put these in here. So let's move this here. All right, here we go. This is where our yellow polyburlap comes in, okay? So 10 by 10 piece, curl side up, diamond shape, all right? And we're going to do a triangle, right? Normal old Star Trek, okay? Triangle, I'm going to pull it a little bit, and I'm going to flip it. Here's why it's called the Star Trek petal, is because this looks like the Star Trek communicator, okay? Right? There's our Star Trek petal. That's what it looks like, okay? Next, I'm going to take it this way, and I'm going to put my hand right here because that's how I learned to make Star Trek petals. But instead of pinching right here like I normally would to make a Star Trek petal, I'm actually going to pinch these sides right here. So I'm going to pinch this side to make a hump, and I'm going to pinch this side to make a hump, and I'm going to put my finger in the middle so that it kind of makes an indentation so that it looks like that. See what I mean? So it doesn't look as messy. I just don't think it looks as messy if you do it this way. So there's how we've made the petals that are going to go in the middle. I'm going to call it a fish petal. And I'm sure somebody has a name for it. So if you know what it is, let me know. Scales, fins, scales. Yeah, whatever. Scales, fins. Who knows? All right, here we go. And I used my teeth again. Sorry, everybody. So there's our little scales. Ta-da. See how it's not quite a Star Trek petal? It's kind of different. All right, let's put them in the board. So there's no real rhyme or reason for this. I'm going to actually start here at the top in these two. I'm going to put one here and I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to put one here and here. So we're going to have like 4. Let's see. 1, 2, maybe we might only have 3. 3. And you know what? Here's another place we should start from the bottom as well, because we want it to layer from the bottom up. So let's, yes. Yes, Marianne, yes, we need it to layer from the bottom up. So let's use our crappy ones, and we'll start here, okay? All right, here we go. And what we're going to do is we're just going to work it over. And we're going to use the same, we're just going to go from here all the way over. So let's draw a line starting at the bottom here. So here's a line, and I'm just going to draw it on my cross stitch pattern so I know that they're all straight, right, to my other hole. Ta-da. Okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take your worst looking ones, okay? Just note from me to you. Take the ones that you don't like and start putting them in there. So I'm going to use this set first. We're going to use this set again in a minute. Matter of fact, come on. Okay, this little piece off right here. There we go. Okay. Here's one. And now I'm just going to figure out where the next one looks best. I'm going to lay it there. I'm going to give it some room. And then I'm just going to take it, no rhyme or reason, y'all. I'm just going to take it down into one of the squares, okay? And then I'm going to take it back up another square, turn it over, and I'm just going to try and keep it on the same line, all right? And I'm going to give it at least 2 squares. Try to keep it on the same line, that brown line that we just drew. Try to keep it there. But as you can see, you know, I've just decided it looks good here. And so I'm going to take my zip tie and voila. Okay. Okay, next one. Let's see, that's a good one. You're going to cover these up. So, all right, there we go. There's that one. I'm just going to do it again. See, I'm on the line. I'm on our brown line here. Just going to stick it down in there. I'm going to go 2 squares over and go back up. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I'd been on here an hour already. All right, guys, we're going there. We're getting there. I promise. Promise. Not much longer. All right, there's that one. And see how they don't have to be perfectly perfect against each other? Put this one here. Put it a little far away. So that way we have 5 on the bottom, because we'll do this one next. And then we'll move to the next row, like this, like a so. Yeah. And then just giving you a visual here. Need one more right there. See, those will be our scales. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Got to get them in here, or we're never gonna get this done. So let me get them in here. Let's get this one there. And And again, I'm just picking a hole where I think it looks best on our brown line here. I'm going 2 squares over and going back in. Bringing it up. And I'm putting our zip tie in there, making sure that it matches. Closing it up. And this one, it's so far down on the board, this might be covered up by our eggs. You never know. All right, here we go. And then our last one on this row will go right here where our normal hole is, our normal set. So down our normal set right here, and then up our normal set here. Baby dragon in an egg. You have snacks. Carrie, I'm making a dragon in an egg, honey. This is the dragon. You'll see it in just a minute because I'll bring the head back out. All right, there's that one. Now let's go. So this will be our next row right here. Let's see. I wonder if we could get away with doing. I have to have. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, we can't. Well, I don't know. We can. We can probably skip that one because that one goes right there. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was thinking out loud here. So we're going to skip this one and see if it'll allow us to. And we're just going to lay whichever one you want to go next here. Okay. Just pick a place. Let's make a line down our, here's our set. And we want to kind of go, let's see, if we put our zip tie there, that makes it perfect. So let's make a line across, straight across to our other set, like we did before, and we're just going to follow that line in zip ties. So we're not using our set on the board this time. We're going to use the outside. So I'm just going to go down the very hole next to, see how I've gotten this here? Very, very next to the board, and I'm going to go in this hole, okay, for our next line. Here we go. And then we're just going to put these in between. We're going to follow our brown line, so we need another one here. Oh, there it is. Let's put our zip tie in. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. I didn't realize I had talked y'all to death. And I'm going 2 squares over and back up. Okay. And I'm just going in the middle of these 2. I've laid it down, making sure it matches there. Closing my zip tie. Here we go. Okay. Let's do it again right here. And then our next row should cover those. Yeah, it will. Okay, good. So let's take our another zip tie, put it in the middle here. I'm just going to go down one, down a hole, if I can. And then I'm going to go over two squares, and back up. Okay. Make sure it's the same length. That needs to come in a little bit. All right. Looking for another one here. Let's get that off. Not that. I thought I had another. go. Now let's go down. Same thing here. I'm going to go in the hole on the outside through my cross stitch backing. I'm going to make it match this one here. So to turn it over and show you, I'm going in the hole through the cross stitch backing. Get it turned the right way. Got my zip tie upside down. Hold on just a second. Let me turn it the right way here. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to turn it this way. And I'm just going straight down right next to the board into the cross stitch backing. So from the hole into the cross stitch backing, right straight next to the board. Okay. Just exactly like we did the first one here. Now I stick it in there, making sure it's in line with the rest of these. And I'm going to close it. And then we're going to go to our next line. Okay. All right. Now, moving along. Where's my blue Sharpie? This is the next one. Wonder if I could skip to this one and it'd be okay. Or would we? I'm afraid we're going to have to do it this way. All right. So here we are making our line again. Here we go. We're going to do this one the same way. We're going to go down into the hole here, through our cross stitch backing, and then down on the line as close to the board as possible. Maybe. Here we go. Okay. Let's cut some of this off. It's not really in the right spot, but okay. We can lean it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go right here. Yep. So see how it kind of looks like scales? Just taking me 20 years to do it. All right. Once we get these on here, it will be okay. So go down, go over to. I'm going to try to get in beast mode here, friends, so I don't have you on here for 2 hours. That would not be cool. All right. There we go. Out of the way. I don't want that much drama on there. All right. Questions so far? Here. Actually, this one will probably go right here. Yeah. Nope, I'm in the wrong spot, aren't I? Yep. Okay, let's just put this one here. Let's see if we put this here. It covers what we need to cover. I'm just making sure we got things covered here, friends. I don't need any gaping holes. I think that'll be good. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this one here. I'm afraid we might have to have one there. Unfortunately. Now I'm using the hole again in the side of the board. So let me show you. See, I've got the hole and the side of the board on our line. See? I'm going to angle this a little bit because I'm hoping, there we go. If it looks funny, I'll go back and fix it. All right, well, where's our mask? I think we're going to need one more row. Line up our things. Yep. Gonna need one more row. And then I think we should be good. We're gonna have to do there. Right? Just trying to see where we should put them, friends. We should put them there, and we need one more. Darn, where's my other? Yeah. Okay. Aha. Okay, so we're going to do these two right here. So we're going to make our brown line. So right. See where I put it? Just gonna put one here. Now this one's just guesstimate. Lay it down and figure out how you can best cover your zip tie there. We're covering this zip tie here. Lay it down and figure out where you can best cover it. Okay. Same with this one. Lay it down to see where you can best cover it and put it in the plastic. All right. So that's what I've done. I've just made little marks there. Now I'm just trying to get the zip tie in there. Here we go. There's that one in there. Okay. Now I'm going to put this one in here where I marked it to cover up this zip tie. Go. Okay. Go, covering up that one and make sure they're the same. They are. Okay. There's that one. Okay. We'll leave it. All right. Now we're going to put one in this top right here, and then we're going to make one and put it in this same top here to cover these two, because I think, yeah. All right, let's see. What did I do with my yellow polyburlap? Crap. 1 second, guys. Let me grab, I dropped it on the floor. Sorry about that, friends. Okay, let's make one of these really quickly, and then let's get to our egg. Because I know you all are ready to be done with this. Oh, Star Trek pedals are down. As Marianne is, let's let this dragon come together. This is a undertaking. And I had all the stuff done. All right, there's our rubber band here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it, Miss Margie. I know, it is crazy expensive, isn't it? Well, I don't know. I mean, I used to buy it at same thing. Okay, now that we've made that real quick, let's stick them in here. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging with me. I really didn't mean for this to take 20 million years. I appreciate you. Okay, now we're just going to go down the first two set right here. I'll turn it over and I'll show you. Right here. We're right here. This set. So here's our hanging hole. Here's our set. That's what we're putting right here. And I'm going to put another zip tie right here. Oh, I can't because it's got the, oh, there we go. And those are where we're putting these two last Star Trek petals. So the normal holes, and what we're doing is we're just trying to make them match these right here. Okay, so you're going to have to angle them a little bit. They're going to look kind of funky. They're going to look a little funky, but you'll see why here in a minute. We have to have something to, you know, cover that part of the plastic. We might have to have another one, but hey, I think maybe I needed to pull this up a little bit. Yeah, let's put this one in here like this, and then we'll match that one. Okay, because I screwed that one up, didn't I? Like I said, I didn't have a prototype. It helps when I have a prototype and I've made it already. That should be covered when we do the other one. Okay, let's take this one down and move it down. So here we go. I'm putting another zip tie back in here, same place we were. Okay, I'm going to make it match that one. There we go. All right. Here. Okay, much better. Much better, friends. Same. Okay, now when we put our mask on, it will cover. That's what I was doing. Ta-da! Because we'll put our mask in these two holes. Okay, so there are our scales so far. Now all we're going to do is we're going to go down and we're going to put these on top. So we're starting from the bottom, and just any old hole we can find, we're going to put these in there. Okay, so let's go. We're going to use the same one here. Start from the bottom, but I'm putting in zip ties here, so just bear with me a second. This one we can do. Let's start from the bottom here. All right, that's the outside, so I can do the outside with it as well. Just right straight over top of it. Right, if I lay it in there, how's it look? Oh yeah. That's what we're working with, friends. I just put it right over top of the lime green. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do with this one as well. So follow your lime green. Actually, let's put this one here and see what happens. So now I'm putting this next one here and here. Okay. The first one, I just use the same one because I have a Star Trek petal there for the first one, but for the second one, I'm going to move in a little bit. Okay. So here we go. Put our second one in there. And now it's your choice. You can put the tail underneath the Star Trek petal if you want to, or you can put it on top, however you want to make it. It's fine with me. Okay, same for the next one. We're going to just keep going. Same spot. So here we go. Right here. Inside set. And you don't have to put them here if you don't want to. You could go right over the lime green polyburlap if you want. But what I'm trying to do is cover up the wayward zip tie. So that's why you see me going in a different pattern here. See how these, that's why. All right, almost there. One more here. Well, we have two on this side. Same thing. I'm going into, again, I'm using this hole here. And please start from the bottom or you'll be angry at yourself. Have to start all over because they won't lay right. You can manipulate them however you want. I'm just getting them in there for the time being, friends. So they will look a lot better when I take pictures tomorrow. Okay, don't judge tonight. Do not judge tonight. I'm pulling them out because I can see that zip tie there. It's gonna drive me crazy. All right, and this one is back to its regular spot. Okay, I put this one right straight over this one. Okay, all right, here we go. Moving down this side, same thing. Same thing. What do you think? Looking cool so far? I'll have to fix those to where they lay the right way. But there's those. I don't know. But anyway. All right, moving along. Moving along. Let's get this done so that we can do the egg part. Egg part's real easy. It goes the same way. And then we'll put the stuff on and call it a night, friends. Gosh, I'm so sorry. My first live has been 2 hours. Laurie, I love you. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me do this. Thanks y'all for hanging out with me. I promise I will not, promise they will not be 2 hours every week or every other week. So, but go to Laurie's Unique in the Creek and grab some polyburlap. Grab some of the oval boards. If you use my affiliate link, you get 5% off. You got to write Team Unique in the discount code when using my link. So thank you all for supporting me that way. She does have plenty of this fresh green polyburlap. She has plenty of this emerald green deluxe foil. She has plenty of the yellow. So go for it, guys. Grab you some. Even if you're not going to make a dragon and an egg, grab yourself some other stuff. All right, here we go. Putting these in here, and I'm just going to throw them in here, guys, as I'm ready to be done with this dragon. I know that you all are too. Or not the dragon, dragon and egg. I'll be surprised if it doesn't kick me off here in a minute. Like, you've been on here too long. All right, there we go. I've just put them in the same, put the zip ties in the same spot we did on the other side. Nothing different, just mirrored them. Mirrored the same. Picking up our deal here. Trying to make sure all zip ties are covered. And the board's covered. I'm not showing anything. Which is why they're going different ways. But right now, I'm just trying to get it finished. So as you do it, make sure that you know, pay attention to how they go and what direction they're in. Let's see, where did I need one more. Okay. So here's how we make it again. 10 by 10. Turn it into a triangle. This deluxe foil is not going to make the best triangle. Stretch it. Turn it into the Star Trek communicator shape. Okay. When you get here, pinch it a little bit. Make it ruly. All right. And I know I'm way up here, so I'm trying to make sure you can see it. Turn it over again. Okay. And then this time, really, really work this little top up here. Take your finger, work it really good, pinch it together, give it that shape. Right here at the bottom, pinch this part, and you have a good scale, dragon scale. Ta-da! Okay, there you are. All right, now let's put these Polyburlap Dean Michael petal dragon egg on here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to count. Actually, I said 4, but I think we can get away at number 3. So there's number 3. Let me look here just a second. Let me lay them in here the way that they should go and see what happens. I don't like that one, so we'll do that one later. So 1, right. And I almost did a white egg, and then I thought, no, dragon eggs aren't white. They're silver or gold or green or something. They're not white, Marianne. What are you doing? So I had to, do it this way. Hold on just a second. Almost there, friends and family. Almost there. Yes. Okay. So that's what our egg will look like. Then we'll put our feet on and our wings, and we are good. Okay. So let's get them in here. And I'm sure you all know how to make a Dean Michael petal. That's all these are in gray Polyburlap. So here is the bottom of the board. All right. Right straight down the center from the hanging hole. Okay. You're going to count 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Right. Is that what I said? No. 2 up. I'm sorry. 2 up. 1, 2. So we're going to put our first one here. And you can manipulate your scales, all of that good stuff. So let's put our first one here on the outside and just get it going here. Okay, so here we go. Ta-da! All right, now for the next one, it goes in the next hole. Actually, let's not. Let's do the inside hole right here. Yeah. Okay. So for this one, let's do this one this side. Oh, sorry. I'm almost done. I promise. Here. Angle it outwards. Okay, here's that one. All right, now take your little zip tie and go from the inside hole to the outside of the board, and that's where your next one's going to go. So to turn it over and show you, there's where it's gone in. And then we're going to just follow that same pattern. See where it's going there? For our next flower. Our next Dean Michael petal. Okay, we're not making a flower. This is the egg. Okay. Have to move this out of the way maybe, or there we go. And remember to work in when you're doing this egg, or it's going to look funny, because you want the egg to look like an oval instead of, you don't want it to look like it's a flower going across. You want it to look like an oval. So just a word of advice there as I'm throwing zip ties. Okay. Just making sure they're the same height. Now we're going to put one right in the middle. This one looks good. Right there. We're right smack dab in the middle. Okay. See what I'm doing here? I'll turn it around as soon as I get this one in so you can see it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'm done with this dragon myself, so appreciate you. I didn't think about it taking so long. I figured since I had everything already done, it wouldn't take forever and a day, but I guess not. I guess not. Okay, so here's what it looks like so far. That's our egg. Okay, here's our egg down here, our gray polyburlap. So we're going to keep going to the next row. Okay, so we're going to do here. Okay, and then here. Right? And then we're going to do here. Then we're going to put our feet on. So let me just do it instead of continue showing you. So use your normal holes here, your normal hanging holes. Angle your petal. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad you like it. Thanks for staying with me. I never dreamed it would take this long. I don't think I've ever had a live go this long. I just wanted to do something cool. So thanks again for hanging out with me. All right, here we go. Laura's going to be like, next time do it on your own page, Marianne. All right, let's go. Now we're going to need two here. So we're going to use these babies. Okay, for these, we are going to use flip it over. Okay, we've inserted here. Okay, here's our middle. So here's our next row, and then I've gone here. Okay, we're going to lay this petal here. And zip tie it in. Okay. Same thing on this one. We're gonna use the same holes. So down in the, so as you see, go down in and then go to the outside there. Everybody see? Down in outside. Lay your petal in as an angle, at an angle. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna go here. And here. And here. All right, so we're all right, friends, you're going to put 2 in the bottom here. All right, so kind of angle them. Actually, let's do the middle one first. All right, so leave this one here in the bottom. And then grab your and at the very bottom of your project, the very, very bottom, right above the hole here. Hold on, I'll turn it over and show you. If I can get it in there. Okay, see the very, very bottom. Put a zip tie in right here. Very, very bottom, right where the cross stick batching meets the board. Okay, put one in right there. I'm so sorry. Somebody is. Thank you, Judy. Well, thank you, Penny. Marianne, try zooming out a bit on your camera to get it to focus. That's as far as it'll go. Do I need to, is it like having drama? All right, here we go. Is it blurry for everybody? Thank you, Guadalupe. I appreciate that, dear. Oh, I'm going to finish it now. By golly, I started it. I'm going to finish it because that what a terrible crafter I would be if I didn't finish this project while y'all were watching me. All right, here we go. Now take this one, angle it like this. All right. Or did we do it like this last time? No, yeah. Yeah, that's how we did it. And then my feet went here. But will it cover it? It sure will. Okay. So take your little zip ties and now go into, take this one out. You don't need that one. Take these right here in between here and here. Okay. I'll show you in the back when I flip it over here in just a second. Come on. There you go. Okay. Here and here. See? In between right here. Right here. And you're going to like lay it over extreme. See how this one is, you know, totally to the side. Like that. For your egg, how does it look if we... See how it's like really, really sideways? You want it like that. Okay? Because it's going to look like an egg. All right, put it on here. And then we'll put our feet on. Then we'll put our wings on and our mask on, and we are done. After a year. Marianne finished it in a year, yay. All right, there's the extreme angle on that one. Okay. To the side. All right. That's good. Okay, let me turn this off, guys. Sorry, I didn't think about. All right. There we go. Now, take your feet. And however you can get them in here, do it. So I'm going to stick these down the very center. Although I want them to be on the side. Egg. I might have to fix that later. Actually, let's put them right here. I might move them in a little bit. I don't like them anyway, but hey, that's just who I am. All right, there's that one. Here's our other foot. Here's our other little feetie. I'm just sticking them wherever they'll go, friends. No rhyme or reason. Just want to make sure they cover what they need to cover and they are centered. Okay. So for now, that looks amazing. So as you can see, I've just put them in there. Not going to put them in there too tight because I'm in a hurry and I might change these. So if I do, I will let you know when I take the picture. Because I'm not sure. I can't remember how we put these egg right here. These last ones here, but there's our egg, there's our dragon feet, and it covers everything we need. So here's what we've got so far. There's our egg and our dragon. Let's put our mask on. Okay, so here's our mask. All right, now what we're going to do, that should be like that. To cover up the zip ties. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to take 2 zip ties and where this meets, we're going to zip tie this to the board, okay, where our holes are. So remember we put a brown spot at the top here, and I can see it. You can't, but you'll see it when you're making one. And so I'm going to wrap this in there. I'm going to pull it as tight as I can. Okay, and zip tie it. Same thing on the other side. Put our zip tie in there at our spot. I hate those feet. I'll have to fix those for sure. If y'all can come up with another way or think of a better way, please let me know. Because I will be thinking of a better way myself. All right. Now I'm just pulling and I'm going to pull it back this way. Okay. Pull as hard as I can. Okay. There's our hanging hole. I'm going to kind of like tuck this in here so it's not seen. I'll fix that later. All right, let's put our wings on. Here's our head. I don't know if this is a good one or an epic fail or what here, friends, but let's put our wings on and see what happens. Might as well, right? Might as well. We spent 2 hours on it. Might as well see what happens. All right. 1 second. I'm just making myself a little room. All right. Here we go. This is the hardest part. Okay. Here are our wings. Okay. And they're going to go, we made the mark on this side, so they'll go like this, right? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a hole with my supercalifragilistic scissors. Okay. I'm just going to punch it through there. Look how awesome. It just makes a hole. And I'm going to take my Mac Daddy zip ties. Now, not my little baby ones, not my, not my tiny ones, not my medium ones. I'm talking my Mac Daddy ones, okay? You need Mac Daddy ones for this project, okay? And I am going to, let's see, this is where it should go in. So, thread it through from the front first. Which should be this same hole that the mask was in. Is it gonna go in there? Yeah. It is. Yes. Okay. And now just threading it through the wing here. Here we go. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Okay, so you want to do the top one, friends. Don't do what I just did. Do the top one first. Put the top one in the top hole. So I'm just making a hole there. I'm going to thread my wing, thread my zip tie through that. Here we go. Okay. Ta-da. So there's that one. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's get the second one in there. Oh, let's do it from here. So we know that it's this one right here because we marked it, right? This one right here. So we're going to take our second Mac Daddy and put it in here. Where it should go. If we can. Now we're going to run it through this one. Wherever you made your hole, it should pop right out the back. Yep, see how the zip tie pops right out the back? Sorry, y'all. All I'm doing is putting on this thing here. I know it's hard to see. I apologize. The struggle is real. I'll zip tie this one here. Yep, these feet have to go. Maybe they needed to be wrapped in something else. I'll have to figure that out. Friends, I'm sorry. Why is this giving me such a hard time here? There we go. Okay, that was tough. But we got it. Okay, there's one wing. Okay, we're getting ready to do the next one. Same thing. Take your Mac Daddy zip ties, not your babies, your Mac Daddy. Make holes with your supercalifragilistic scissors first. Okay. And then we are done, and I will put the tail on. And probably change the feetsies. And we'll be good to go. Okay, I'm turning it over. And I'm putting the top, threading it through the top of the brown dot we made earlier to make sure that it goes in the right spot and that it's measured right. It should pop to the back. There we go. Okay. I'll turn it back over, close the zip tie. Sorry, y'all, I know you can't really see what I'm doing right now. I'm just messing with it. So we are almost done, friends. I promise you. I will do the tail by my lonesome so y'all don't have to sit through me doing it again, because that'll take me a minute as well. And I don't, you know. My dog needs to eat. She's hungry. I haven't fed her yet. I didn't think this was going to take me 10 hours. All right. And now for this one. Last one. Okay. So you can see where we've marked here. So let me find it on the board here. It should be right there. Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. All right. Now feed it through your hole there. Feed it through the other. And voila, friends and family. Holy smokes. It's the longest live I have ever done. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I hope this looks as cool as it did in my head. If not, I see some things we're going to have to change. The feet have to go. I might figure out how to get the egg on here without the feet. I think that might be the best idea. I have to holler at Carrie Marie and be like, Carrie Marie, you're going to have to help me figure out how I can get it on there without that. Anyway, we will figure it out, I'm sure. Or I will fix it to make it better. All right. Okay, friends, like I said, I will put the tail on it here in just a minute and take pictures. Y'all know how to put on a tail, I'm sure. You don't need to watch me do it. And it has been 2 hours, so I know you want to go home. I'm ready to feed my dog and be done. So thank you so much. I'm going to pull you up. Give me just a moment here, and we'll talk about it. I probably have... Oh my goodness, I cannot believe this is taking me so long. Oh well, here we go. I hope it looks as cool as it looked in my head. Now, I don't know if it will, but hey. All right, friends. Hello, thank you so much. Let's see if I can hold up this gigantic thing. Oh my gosh. And of course the tail. What did I do with my tail? Where's my tail? I can't even find the tail, friends. Oh no. Okay, well I'm glad we're not doing it right now because I can't find the tail. I'm sure it's here. I've slung it somewhere. It's around here somewhere. But here's our dragon in an egg. What do you think? You like it? Oh gosh, I think maybe that the green needs to be changed. Like this green should go on the outside and this fresh green on the inside. Maybe that would help me think it's better a little bit. But here's our baby dragon in an egg. And then the tail would go like this way or right under the feet or that, however you wanted to do it would be your preference. But here you go, friends. All right. Thank you again. Thank you so much. As you can tell, I'm like sweating. So thank you so much for staying with me, for hanging with me, for checking everything out. I appreciate it. The replay will be available. Follow my affiliate link to get 5% off the boards and shop all the Polyburlap. She had plenty of Polyburlap in stock. The yellow, the green, it's all there, even the Deluxe full. So if you want to make it like Marianne, yay, then make it like Marianne. Then all you got to do is follow my affiliate link to get 5% off the boards. Use code TEAMUNIQUE. So thanks again for allowing me to be part of Team Unique, and thanks for hanging out with me for this extremely long live. I promise they will not be this way in the future. But anyway, now y'all know who I am. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. Check out uniqueinthecreek.com. Make it like Marianne. Tonight it was made by Marianne. Tomorrow it might be made by you. Good night. Thank you again for joining me, all. If you need me, shoot me a message. I'm always around. Thanks again. Good night.